Alrighty, folks. We have a fun game today, as the undefeated Kings are going to play their old-time rival, the Railraiders. Our expert picks have Mississippi as the favorites, but Memphis has been virtually unstoppable. I'm TLK742, the commissioner of the SCFSL. I'll be recording this Development League game, and I'll be talking about both the league as a whole and the game in itself. Anytime you see a player named Body Miss Botterman, that is a bot. They can be replaced at any point. So if you create, you join, you will be part of that league. And yeah, you will be a player in there. It's a completely free league. The point of our development league, it's not about the wins, it's not about the losses. It's about having fun and making sure that your player gets noticed. It's really about developing the talent and making sure that people are engaged. Because it's tough to play when you're just riding the bench the entire time. It's one of our big points here. And so the Railraiders are in blue. The Kings are in white. So we'll see how it goes. I think I flipped who was supposed to be home and away. But the good thing about Axis football is home and away don't matter. As Broussard, the new wide receiver 1, replacing Nikita at that spot, is going to get it. Max Error, who has been pretty good all season, is going to throw a quick one to Lucas Arnold. The running back has declared he would like to stay at wide receiver 3, and so there he does. Max Error back to pass again. Deep bomb downfield. There's nothing but Kings, as the truth will get it. And that's a bad start for Mississippi. So now the Kings are going to look to do some damage. Julian McMorris, the bane of every team's existence, is running, and he's running hard. Oxford North hasn't been asked to do much. When you got someone like McMorris, it makes it easier. As Jason Grayson, another killer person. Yeah, let's be honest here. It's not just McMorris. It's Grayson, it's iBoss James. There's forces on this team. And speaking of iBoss James, there he goes, as he is going to be tackled by, but after getting 30 yards, putting the Kings in great field position. Ox of the North is going to get McMorris. We will see these teams replay each other in the Development League Championship. So it should be a lot of fun. As McMorris is going to go, and he's going to get close, but he's going to be stopped. Number 96 gets to him. Play action here. Oxford North has time and has Ramiro III. Ernesto Ramiro III will get the touchdown. I think there might have been a typo. If there is a typo, please let me know. I thought I copied it correctly, but I'm having that weird moment. Nonetheless, we'll fix it in the stats, so your stats will align once we get the stat spot updated. Because I know what you're all saying. TLK, where are the stats? I'm getting there. It's been a long week. As Grayson is going to get... not Grayson. I believe... I don't know who that was. T something. As Kylie Ray is going to skitter forward for it, making this 3rd and inches. They're going to play action it to Ray again. Out in the slant is going to be a drop. They just can't get their hands on it. And so Chinstrap Depengu is going to punt it. And it's going to be a touchback. As Oxford North is going to find iBoss James. And this time, James has nothing but room. James is going to go to the house. 96 can't get to him that time. 110 yards. iBoss James has been a force. And it's going to be high winds, dude, as Memphis misses this. But the Railraiders are down by 2 scores now, with nothing but a pick and a dropped pass to show for it. They're going to have to bounce back, as the first quarter is looking very grim for them. Will Memphis be able to keep their undefeated streak? They have the Railraiders, and then they have Narwhals. It's not like they have an easy game, as this one is going to be Lord Mengo with the pick. Oxford North back to pass. Since Max Error is having a night to forget, as Scotty doesn't know, we'll get that. North has been 6 for 6 and perfect. And he's going to be sacked this time. I believe that was Anna Kendrick who got to him. Oxford North, deep bomb downfield to Julian McMorris. And we hit the second quarter. Memphis is having a night to forget. Memphis is having a great night. As it's going to be an offsides, and it's a fumble as Providence C. Rab, but the offsides is going to get rid of it. The penalties are going to hurt them. So that fumble was huge. Oxford North is just wide open to Grayson. Grayson is just left alone, and he makes them suffer for it. As it is now 2 missed kicks. As Botterman, the last remaining bot kicker, is going to make this a little trickier. And Broussard is going to get to about the 30. Max Error back to pass. Screen to Lucas Arnold. Lucas Arnold's got a yard. He's been quiet all night. Only 2 receptions, 7 yards. So I'm sure he's been targeted, as Broussard's going to get that one. His first reception of the night for 22 yards. What a reception that is. Deep bomb downfield, and it's going to be a drop. 13 can't get his hands on it. Or was that 18? As Kylie Ray, number 7, will get that. It is 13. As Ray is going to get a quick gain there. I think it was Terrell Davidson that made the drop. Don't quote me on that. And left open is Lucas Arnold. Lucas Arnold is going to make him suffer. Mississippi is back in the game as they are going to score. They've still got 12 points to make up, assuming Pengu makes this, and he does. And so now, Ramiro III is going to get a huge gain up to the 32. A little bit more outside and he would have had it. Play action here. Not play action, that's a full run. I don't know why I said play action, as it's 2nd and 8. Screen pass to McMorris. It's 3rd and 5. And McMorris. And so Mississippi finally gets a stop they need as Botterman's going to punt. But with 2 minutes to go, as Cage is going to get this one 2 to 30 and get met immediately. But with 1 play before 2-minute warning, and it's a play action. Deep bomb downfield. That looks like a pick. It's the Truth's 2nd pick of the night, just before the 2-minute warning. Play action as well. And they're going to say, we can do it. We'll give a short pass to Eyeballs James. Oxford North is still perfect on the night. Screen pass to McMorris. McMorris has got a huge set of yards. And McCown, fullback, is going to get 2. McMorris on the pitch is going to get a first. And Eyeballs James with a huge game. Memphis has a chance to make this quite a bit of a score to have to come back from in the second half. It's not looking good for Mississippi, as the 6-2 is coming out against them. North has time, throws it back, and it's just going to be overthrown. It's 3rd and 1. McMorris gets the first. Mississippi's going to burn their second time out, as it's 1st and goal now. McMorris gets the touchdown. Memphis is tearing up the Kings. And Botterman's kick for once is good. So now, it's on Mississippi to try and make some magic happen in 51 seconds. Against the Memphis defense, I don't know if that's going to happen. The Truth has been an absolute monster for him today. Max Error, deep bomb though, and 13 can't come down with it. 13 has been absolutely not able to come down with these beautiful passes in his direction. Broussard's going to get something though, as it's a 1st and 10. But time is ticking. Mississippi is now out of timeouts. And that one, I can't fault on anyone. The defense played that well. And that is another drop. These drops are just killing the Railraiders offense. They may start running more. As it's going to be a punt from Chinstrap to Pengu, and I think that's going to be a coffin. But the defense just, I don't know. We'll see. Sweet Pea will get that tackle. I believe that's Sweet Pea. No, it's Botterman. Sweet Pea is there. And deep bomb, Jason Grayson as the half ends. Memphis is going to lead with 30 points against the Railraiders. And so now let's start our second half, 32-7. Mississippi leads. Not Mississippi, Memphis. All these M teams, I flipped them. Ramiro is going to get to the 24. Pitch play to McMorris. McMorris is going to get 5.
Blue 26. Blue 26. Set.
Quick handoff on the inside. McMorris is going to make it 3rd and 2. 2 yards shy of the century all-purpose yards. Boss James, and it's a hold. It's coming back on a flag. So it's now 3rd and 12. Boss James's touchdown is returned, and McMorris is going to be stopped here. So Mississippi gets out of the opening drive unscathed by a lucky penalty. But they've really got to bring their A game in the second half if they plan to get back into this.
Red 16. Red 16. Red.
Max error, back to pass. As Botterman up the sideline.
Blue 26. Blue 26.
Max error. Gives it to Arnold. Arnold's got it first.
Blue 26. Blue 26. Set. Hike.
Unlike, as it's a fumble. Players are all rushing for it. Kylie Ray will save what could have been a disaster. As it's 2nd and 19. Play action here. Up the middle is Lucas Arnold, making this now a 3rd and 1. Much more manageable. Error back to pass is going to throw it away, and they're going to settle for the field goal. Making this a 22-point game. Defense hasn't been reliable enough, as Chinstrap's kick is barely good. And so now Mississippi has to get a quick stop. So we are about to hit the 4th quarter in 1 minute and 14 seconds. As Ramiro is going to get this one to the 19. 24. I flipped. And McMorris is going to be tackled for a loss. Gain of 1. McMorris again is just getting met.
Green 33. Green 33. Red.
And McMorris is going to get the first as the tackler can't get to him. Oxton North has thrown for 300 yards today. Has been near perfect and is going to continue that streak with his 5th touchdown of the night. And no, McMorris is going to be tackled just short of the first. And we hit the 4th quarter. Mississippi is down by a lot. They're going to need a miracle in order to get back in this. I almost would let them score quickly and then just try and play aggressive, which they're going to do. They listen to my advice. I don't know if that's necessarily the right idea. I've generally found that when I give advice, the exact opposite is true. So I can only assume Memphis is going to score 50. But we'll see. As Mississippi is going to need some miracles, Broussard is going to get a short game.
Blue 33. Blue 33. Ready. Hike.
Max error. Back to pass, finds Arnold. Arnold can't run out of bounds fast enough, and so the time keeps ticking.
46. Green 46 to the
Play action. And it's a deflection.
ready.
Good read by the DL. And just overthrown.
Green 46. Green 46 to the
Error. Back to pass. Has Arnold this time. Arnold's going to run out of bounds. But time is ticking as they have burned nearly a minute to get one fresh set of downs.
go.
Waterman. Short gain.
Blue
2nd
26.
and 2.
Blue 20 go.
And that's going to be nearly a pick. Luckily, the Railraider deflected it.
Red
As Max Error has thrown 1 touchdown and 3 picks tonight. Make that 4. Oh no.
Blue 47. Blue 47.
And Lucas Arnold gets the first.
Green 46. Green 46. Green 46. Green 46.
Error back to pass. And that's going to be a incomplete. And it's 3rd and 10.
Green 3.
I don't think Mississippi is going to win this game. It's hard to win when you throw 3 picks. As Terrell Davidson, who has been unable to get his hands on much, has been targeted a lot and just hasn't been able to come through. And there's the Truth's 3rd pick of the night.
Green 33. Green 33. Go.
Linebackers go for the blitz, and McMorris will make the most out of it, making this a... He's got nearly 200 all-purpose yards. He's going to try, as he's going to make it 3rd and 1. Memphis is content to just run out the clock, though, and run it. And they do. And McMorris is going to add insult to injury and get them to the 50. He's now got 227 all-purpose yards, 100 yards passing, 100 yards receiving. Sorry, 100 yards rushing, not passing. Wildcat hasn't been implemented in this game quite yet. And so now Memphis is just content to burn out the clock as much as humanly possible. They're going to win this game handily.
Red 23. Red 23. Set.
And that penalty is actually going to let them burn more clock. A small bug that does need to be fixed. And McMorris is going to make it 30.
Red 44.
And so yeah, last play of the game. Memphis wins 39-10 in a... Oh, come on, Mississippi. Now you're going to call a timeout?
Red 31.
Well, anyway, I'm TLK742, the commissioner of the SCFSL. It has been a pleasure recording this game, as Memphis is going to Cobra Kai this with a last-second touchdown, just to add insult to injury. These two teams will be facing off again in our Development League Championship on Thursday. Not this Thursday, but next Thursday. Thank you all for tuning in. It has been a pleasure of a game. Have a wonderful night.